What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol NIO for NIO Inc. Of course, on the left-hand side we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side the 30-minute intraday time frame. First things first, this will of course be an update. In yesterday's video we were discussing the fact that we were kind of right at the 61.8. We really needed to see if we were going to resolve that in a more firm manner to the upside, remembering that the last 30-minute bar yesterday literally closed right on it. Certainly today we gapped up and started to hold above it. Don't get me wrong, but overall, we did fall back down underneath, so there's really no reason to be thinking about longs anymore inside of NIO based on today's structure. So let's remove these fibs to sort of clean up the chart a little bit and talk more nuance. Firstly, before we do that, actually, let me also point out from the daily perspective, we actually have an inside bar. So the Wednesday hammer that printed, the range is completely outside of the inside bar, which was set the range from today's session. And all that really means is that we're stuck in an area of balance. The market's not truly trending in one direction versus another. There's a lot of indecision out there. That's all I'm kind of getting at with the inside bar from today's session. So with that sort of being said, let's take a closer look now at the 30-minute and just sort of see where we landed. I mean, based on my eyeball test, certainly the majority of the time was spent under the 50% mark. And yeah, look at that, even well underneath the 38.2, which would subsequently be the 61.8 if you were to reverse that, basically indicating bearish consolidation into the whole afternoon, right? It would be a different story if we were up here and sort of doing something like this. But as of right now, again, this strikes me as being fairly bearish, consolidating in the lower range of the entire day's session. So for me, any breakdowns underneath this horizontal area, really closer to about 29.66, does start to bring into play the next lower level here. And remember that we searched for this in the prior videos. We're going to have to go grab some more time here. Let's go 5 years. What you'll notice is the prior support is coming from this area in here, which held as the pullback low before giving us that bit of a rally in October of 2020. So that's really the next level to be paying attention to. And remember, it's significantly underneath us, right? You really don't want to be involved in a, let's just roughly call it about a $4 move to the downside here inside of NIO, especially like if you're holding long call options. Yeah, that's really not going to feel good if the move does ultimately end up being lower. The only way to get involved at this point in time to the long side based on a risk-friendly entry, I would say, is if we can take out these 2-day highs, the inside bar resolved to the upside, and we start gunning for this overhead gap in here, remembering that's from about 32.34 up to 33.20, and then from there we can look for 35, the top end of the range. But again, based on how the daily chart is poised, based on the intraday sort of consolidation we got towards the lows, it really doesn't look promising for a major reversal to the upside. I would really start watching out for potential breakdowns underneath 29.66 to once again get us into that next daily support at 26.46. So if you are so inclined to play it to the downside, come on over to the trade tab. What you will notice is that we do have it as an easy to borrow stock, so feel free to short the shares, and the volume on the put side of things is phenomenal, looking at 26,000 contracts going through on the in the money, or the first in the money at the money-ish strike here, 58 cents by 60 cents, so a 2-cent wide spread checks out as being a good candidate for downside playability here inside of NIO. That's going to wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it today or learned anything new, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.